The first musical experience that we have is listening. Some people say it's the voice, but actually listening takes place before we can actually communicate something. We listen to something. And then you're going to ask me, well, what about Beethoven? The guy was deaf. But he wasn't born deaf. He developed his inner hearing, and he began with his illness began around the time that he was 28, 30, and he was completely deaf only until he was around 40 years old. So his inner hearing was intact, his imagination, and that is what is one of the things that we develop with our children. So listening is very important. So let's begin this exercise just by listening. But you're not going to be passive, just sitting down and listening. Because then it's boring. You're going to listen to the music and you are going to react to the music. Now, you can do any movement you want, but let's begin with these set of movements. So let me demonstrate. For example, one movement you can do, another one, another one. Can you show me another one? Try and do another one. Now find another movement. Another movement. Now try to move one part of your body at a time. So don't go like this, no, just one part of your body at a time. Oh, now I'd move two. And now what are you listening to? You're just listening to your own movement, to your own body. Now I'm going to play some music, and you are going to follow. Well, yeah, kind of follow the way that I'm playing. So if I play. Just remember, move one part of your body at a time. It's about listening. Just continue moving. And now let your movement be much more gentle. Very gentle. And now a little bit more aggressive. So, what was different in the music when I was playing? Was there any change in the music? You can click pause and or tap on the screen to go back and listen to the music. Was there a difference? What was the difference? It was a very simple one. Now, some people say, well, it was low and high. All music is low and high. Actually, the way that you talk is low and high. All the time, because if I speak up or if I speak down, it's not about how soft or how loud I'm talking. It's about my pitch. If I'm talking very loud, if I'm very high, I'm talking like this. But if I talk very low, it's like this. But those fluctuations in pitch are the ones that make we can hear your mood that way. When you pick up and it's your mom on the other end, you don't even know it's her. I mean, you know it's her, but not only that, you know the mood she is in. And when you hear a person, you can tell, oh, they're not feeling so well, or they are very excited, or they're very happy, or whatever. Our hearing works very, very well. So what you heard now, in case you haven't told me yet, is differences in playing soft and then playing a little louder. Of course, I did a lot of combinations with the music. But the main thing is the range of sound. Sometimes it was very soft and sometimes it was very loud. Now let's try to amplify a little bit your movement repertoire. So you had the one thing where you moved only one thing at a time, one part of your body at a time, either your head, or your shoulder, your elbow, your knee. Now try to imagine that your movement is generating from these places. Try to imagine that your movement is generating from your shoulder, and then from your hip, and then from your knee, and then from, well, wherever. So just try to imagine. It's a lot about that. It's a lot about imagination. Okay, so we have those movements, and let's listen to the music again. Okay, so, and the music is always going to have this pattern. So you know it begins and then stops. Did I tell you that you can move around? I mean, you know, like walking. Imagine your movement begins with your elbow, but then you go. Okay. So that's a small exercise in listening. And how can you practice this? You can practice it with any piece of music. Fortunately, now we have platforms like Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Music, whatever that you use, and you can look for music that inspires movement to you, and you can use that music to inspire music for your students. Because the thing is, don't stay in one place. Don't just stay in one place, because when you hear something, it's going to make you want to do things. Music has that effect. Music has the effect that it wants you to, it makes you want to move. So find music that you like and just use it to practice on your own, by yourself, at home. It's very liberating. It's kind of like singing in the shower, where everything sounds great. When you move by yourself, you're not dancing. This is not dancing, this is moving. It's very liberating. So I hope you enjoy it.